Hey there. Welcome, creatives. This is Becky, and it's another Manic Monday, March 16th, 2026. Can you believe it? We're halfway through March already. Okay, so Manic Monday is a recap of this past week and this weekend's thrifting adventures, creative endeavors, and any kind of adventure that we want to share, I guess. So, what happened this week? Excuse me. I shared last week that I went on a clay retreat. So I've been all hyped up to get my clay out and start making some cool things. I found some stuff on the marketplace and I'm going to share that with you. Well, after I got the clay stuff, she had some other crafting stuff. So so I got some circle punches anyway, because well, it's really hard to cut an exact circle when you're trying to put things together. So there are two different sizes. I think it's going to make a pretty neat bird. Not to mention circle stickers. So that's that. And this little guy was there too. So I picked him up. And this is all the goodies of the clay stuff. So, and I got clay softener and translucent bakeable clay. I got some square punches just because I was thinking about doing the blends and stacks and yeah, I could cut them with a straight edge, but to make sure they're perfectly square. I don't know. I got those anyway. And I got some butterflies. Also, I got some wing molds, some key and keyhole molds, and leaves. So got some more clay toys, I should say, toys to play with there. And I tried to wait. It's already like 12:30 Monday. I found a treasure on eBay and it's supposed to be delivered today between 12 and 4. And I was going to wait till later to see if it came before I did this, but nope, and it hasn't come yet, so I will have to share that at a later date. I need to inspect the goods and make sure the treasure's in there. So, what else have I been doing? I've been harvesting more um, banners, toilet paper layer banners, and sheets of tin. Now, these are from my drink cans. Whoops. And this is how I made the bird, the metal blackbirds. Well, you saw them sprayed white. I don't know if you saw them sprayed black yet over on my Facebook page, BC Designs. I haven't shared anything on YouTube in a while. I haven't edited any videos or done that. But I think I'm going to make some fish ones too. So anyway, been harvesting those tin sheets to make art, and this is what I use is a carpenter knife with a razor blade in there to cut. I cut the ends off the can with this because it's thin. It's hard to get the thick blade of the scissors in there to go around. So I cut the ends off with this razor blade, and then I use the scissors to go right up the middle, and then I rub it on the edge of this table right here that I'm using for the laptop to straighten them out a bit. And that's the magic of that. Simple enough. No progress on the book. But I did figure out what my issue is, what's hindering my next step, because I started sewing the binding and the pages were not cooperating. And I've watched a few more videos and I realize everybody else clips their pages so that they don't move. So I need to do that. and I need to move on because I'm not going to be making any more books until that first one is done. Told myself that. And I'm starting to get quite a big stack of boxes, thin but sturdy cardboard boxes to make more covers. So I really want to make more books. And this is my new toy tool. It's a chargeable handheld sanding. It sands the clay. Yes, I'm obsessed with the clay. I have a couple projects in mind, and I may tomorrow's Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. I have blood work at 11:15, but I'm going to see if I can line up the time to go to that place I told you about when I was yard sailing one day. There's a creative community, and excuse me, in the next town over. A bunch of ladies get together on Tuesday and do creative things, and I'm going to see if I can go over there if the times line up and do that. And then, of course, bingo at 5 o'clock. So it'll be a full day if I can fit all that in. If not, I'll have to wait till the following Tuesday. Maybe I'll give the lady a buzz and just tell her I'm thinking about her, and I might not be able to make it till next week. Also, I got this, the local thrift store. It's like leaves. It's a punch set. But I don't need or want the glasses. They're cute, and I've been trying to come up with something I could do or make with them, but I'm at a loss. I want the bowl to hold things on my table at my craft fair. It's heavy and it's rugged. It's too big for a cat dish bowl. But it's heavy and it's pretty too. Even though it's clear, it has a pretty leaf design around it. So, if you're local and you want these, let me know, because otherwise I'm going to send them back to the thrift store. We don't really have recycling. I would put them in recycling, but we don't really have that here. So they may be coming back to Maine with me. If you're interested in Maine, let me know, please. Let me know. What else? I got another bowl. Yes, it has been weak. I checked out the new vintage or antique mall. Dade City has a new antique mall. So I went and checked that out, and I got another bowl. But this one is going to be for the cat food. And it's pink. Look, you can see the flowers are kind of pink. And it's really pretty and heavy and sturdy, so they shouldn't be able to break it up. But $8, like all the other pretty bowls, were 25, 30, 35, and that was 8, so I snagged it. And I got these for me. I mean, how cute are those? This flower is Velcroed on it, but that's not going to make the cut. We're just going to have these lace cuffs. They're still pinned together. Anywho, you get the point. So I have a, I mean, besides all my funky 1970s attire inspired by Fleetwood Mac, I also have a Minuteman outfit that I've worn for Halloween to be patriotic. And that would go very nicely under the long navy blue uniform sleeve. Anyway, so that's that. That's my thrifting and my adventures. I didn't do any hiking. I've been kind of still under the weather. And we have we have more than one, but we have other veterans here that have been to the VA. And it's just like this mucus is stuck right here. And the doctor told him that it's a very common issue this year, Everybody is suffering with it, and it has to do with the allergies. The Florida allergies are going a little crazy this year, so all you can do is try to take stuff to relieve your symptoms and get it up and out. And I'm sorry if that's TMI or gross, but it's it's been months and it's wearing and tearing on my good nature. So and I'm not the only one, and we're trying to. First, we had that cold spell, and now we have a hot spell, and then we just had 3 days of rain, and so it's just one thing after another down here. But today looks, well, it's overcast. The sun's out a little bit, but mostly overcast. And we're gonna get a cool spell this week. It's gonna be a little bit like not 90, so that'll be fun. And maybe I want to go back to that park, do a little bit more hiking on those trails. But then after that, my hip acted up at the clay thing. I'm just not sure. We're kind of waiting for that to be okay too. I'm looking a little pale though for being in Florida all winter. I need to get outside and do some fun things outdoors. Anywho, I need to get all of my clay things, and I point right here because it's sitting right there. Um, I need to get all that organized so that I can know what I have and where it is and stop powering through the things that I don't need to find the things that I do need. Organizing. Here's my cute little, that box I showed you. My little drill. I do hate sanding, so I was like, it is a very inexpensive handheld electric sander or drill for little jewelry holes or whatever. So that's good. I don't have to pull out the big drill for that. And it came with its own case, so I really like that too. Okay, and what else? So, I'm working on the tree. I started the tree this morning and I got the first two colors down. I'm letting that dry because I don't want the colors to bleed into each other. So I did two colors and I kept them from touching each other. So waiting for those to dry, and then I'll add a couple more. And what else is going on the table out there? I still haven't glued down the branches on the moon, the Asian moon painting. It's out there sitting and I haven't glued it yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Probably because I have to plug the hot glue gun in as well as get the E6000. So it's like a chore, and I haven't been up for any chores lately. So that's on a hold. I did do the blue flowers for the green background, but I tried to peel them up because they were dry, and I tried to peel them up. I'm going to be trimming and shaping a little bit around the edges of the flowers, but they were very, very delicate and thin in some areas. In case you don't know, I saw this reel, and I think it was AJ Art. I'm not sure. When I post it, I will double check where I got that idea. But she put ring puddles of color, like fluid art, on a silicone mat and pounced it with a balloon to make the flowers. You've probably seen that technique on a full canvas of fluid art, but it gets muddied sometimes and pushed under into the base color. So this way, you just have the flowers and they're drying on an acrylic mat. No, silicone mat. So they're drying on a silicone mat. And then I also did the smaller ones I didn't have another silicone mat, on some clear packaging that should peel right off too. And what I did there was I pounced the puddle on the silicone mat and then cleaned off the balloon on the other one. So those are a little bit smaller, but they're the same colors and the same patterns. And then I shared pictures on my page, BC Designs on Facebook. I went through and made some yellow dots for centers and some black highlights in the middle around to kind of form and shape the center of the flower. And then I tried to peel one up and it was a little too delicate. So I went over them with Mod Podge. And when it was completely clear and I touched it and it wasn't sticky, I did another layer of Mod Podge. So I'm waiting for that to completely dry. And I think I'm going to give that quite a few hours before I try to touch that and peel it up and trim those, because I want it to be stable and able to, because I'm going to be messing around with it a lot, trimming the edges of the flowers to make the shape. You might say, well, that's a lot of trouble. That's a little labor intensive for a flower. But no, because the blending and the cells and the colors and the effect that you get from fluid art are completely different from when you're just painting flat with a brush. Even if you're blending a couple of colors together and getting that petal, it's a completely different look than fluid art. So I'm willing to go through the labor to get that look, because the background is fluid art and the flowers are just phenomenal. Anyway, you'll see when it's done. It's a process. And all right, so I think that's all I have to share with you this week on this Manic Monday. No progress on the tree with the wood. Yep, that's it. Organizing my clay stuff and finishing up some canvases. So I hope you have a fantastic week. Get your craft on. Bye.